call this meeting to order. If everyone would stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Elaine, would you start our roll call, please?
Elaine Smith.
Joseph Hittinger.
Kenny Berry. Paul Brown.
Tim Pierce.
Jesse Sutherland.
You name it.
We do have a quorum. Proclamations and presentations, VFW requests for a static display. You're out.
Okay, start that there. So anyway, the military, John Reed, 445 West 6th Avenue, representing VFW. Military offers what they consider or call a static display for different non-profit organizations, VFW being one of them. It can be anything from a helicopter or artillery piece, whatever's available when they have one, and they put it out on loan to that place. So my members are interested in the possibility of trying to see about getting a static display, but since the town of Nucla owns the post down there, it would require a cement pad to be poured once it gets approved, and then they'll let us know how big of a pad, what the piece is, and stuff like that. And, so just check with the town to see if that's something that you guys would go for. If we get the okay through the military to kind of be able to show our post off a little bit more than just a little sign on the bottom as you come into town and stuff. If you ever been through Dove Creek, you'll see over there they've got one of the old M109 howitzer, mobile howitzer sitting there and stuff like that. But you get what they've got, and you're on a waiting list. The earliest person that's been on there, I think, since 2011, so they're still waiting on it. But they do have some other things, you know, if we can do a fundraiser and purchase it ourselves, we'd still like to maybe put something out there to show that. So if you would take that into consideration, we would be much appreciated. I didn't get a chance to I tried to send a picture of the video or photo bounce back. The external light on the main walk-in there is getting a real bad hum to it. It's an old style lamp. And the one over on the side door is pretty old style also. So I was wondering if maybe that's something that we could upgrade with the new LED systems on those entryways. Use less power and less fire hazard. Okay. I think that concludes my question on the VFW on that. We had a good turnout, copy and donuts. We had the VA over, suicide prevention. Was talking about that. We got some information put out on that. I'll be putting that out on the flyers and on social media. If you know of any veterans that are struggling, especially during the holiday seasons, tends to be a big time that vets really get down in the dumps and stuff like that. So if you know anybody like that, put them to us. We can get some help and help them out and stuff like that. It's a struggle for veterans go through. I don't know if I'm on the agenda personally. I don't know for my permit request.
I don't see you on here. I thought we were good.
I thought we did that.
You're good.
Okay.
I thought you were through your hand.
I don't know, I haven't heard anything.
Unless you wanted me
Check
on
out, but
Did you guys have any questions for John before he?
You don't know what you're getting yet, do you?
no, it's a toss up of what we could get. There is a personnel carrier available in Montrose. Purchase price of that would be, $6,000, and then that would be something that, we do a fundraiser or something like that, if it's in and stuff like that, then we would own it. We wouldn't have to follow up with the military on a yearly basis type of thing. But what the military gives you is a toss up.
Is that M113?
It's an old M37 Dodge troop carrier from Vietnam era, and it's actually roadworthy. So we could possibly, if we went that route, we could possibly use that in our parades.
And you wouldn't require the concrete pad then, correct?
No, because that's what the military would require to have that.
Right.
So we just
Okay.
park it down there on the grass.
Is that a rubber tire?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got an old half track around somewhere, but that's a little pricey.
Yeah, there's one on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace for a while.
Yeah, that's where I saw that at. Be cool to get a jet or a helicopter put down there, you know. I tried looking for a PT boat,
Oh,
but
how
those
about a
were,
destroyer, why not go?
yeah, right? PT boats, I guess, were made of wood, so they didn't make
But
on that, so. Any other questions? Okay.
how would just keep us posted on what you guys are thinking and what it might be? To me, it is totally dependent on, space. And if the pad has to be poured versus it doesn't, what size, where would it go? There's lots of
Well,
questions.
we need to
with
get
the
your
wording.
town's okay for me to even worry about trying to put the request in to the military.
So we can
So
give you
first
the okay
steps
for a
first.
pad for a helicopter.
Right.
That's a
And we
big
take care
difference,
of, getting the cement, getting the, getting the pad poured and all that stuff. That would be under our responsibility. We would look at getting donations from construction companies possibly to help us out with that and stuff like that. But
Okay,
yeah, so we just need your okay first before we can move forward with the rest of it.
you guys want a little time to consider this before making a decision tonight?
I guess I just have to, I agree to it, it's just kind of conditional though on what kind of thing you would get and how big a pad would have to be and where it could be sited and, I mean, there'd have to be some conditions to it based on what you actually could get.
Yeah, like I
Or
said, it's a
wanted
toss
to
up.
get.
They do helicopters, old Hueys. Now these are all plugged up where you cannot fire them anymore. It could be a towable artillery piece. Could be an old Sherman tank if one of those comes available. I doubt we'd get an Abrams. We could hope, but I doubt we'd get an Abrams.
Might be Abrams before you got a Sherman, I think it's
Right.
rising rare.
Yeah. So location, so it would be visible would be down there on the south end, on the just east of the parking lot. So we'd actually pour a pad probably on the grass area, so there'd be less lawn to water and mow for you. So
Oh yeah, if
reduce
that's
your-
what you're thinking of siting up, then I wouldn't have a problem saying.
Yeah.
shoot for
the
it.
biggest thing would maybe a 30 by 30 pad.
And who carries the liability of this?
Say again,
Who
please.
carries the liability? So if a kid crawls on top of this thing, falls and breaks her arm, is it the town's insurance is covering this? Is it?
Well, that'd be a good
affiliate?
question on that. We do carry insurance. I'm required by the VFW to carry insurance. We carry $1 million. But
Can you put a rider on it?
I'd have to check into that stuff. There's a possibility, yeah.
Okay.
So I can check on that and get back with you on that.
That'd be good.
Any other questions? Thanks, John. Okay. Somebody in the back mind handing us the public comment form, please? Thank you, thanks, John. Amy?
I'm on the building permit vertical bridge, so it's on the agenda. Unless you want me to do it in public comment.
Board's preference? Public comment or during the,
During the AT&T.
okay. Anyone else that wanted to speak that maybe didn't check the box? Okay. All right. We entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. I'll second it.
The motion is second to approve the consent agenda. Penny?
Yes?
Joseph?
Yes.
Irene?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
I vote yes. I'm leaving you two out for a moment.
Yes.
Till we get you sworn in here.
Well, we can't vote yet.
In a minute.
Here you go, Jesse.
Okay, there's one thing we need to correct on the bottom of the agenda for the executive session. Number 2, which was the personnel one. We're going to strike that. And, let's see here. Which one of these is the corrected version of this?
And so I put both of them on here, so to add this one below.
Okay, so this other executive session is regarding consideration of documents protected by the mandatory non-disclosure provision of the Colorado Open Records Act, specifically correspondence prepared by legal counsel subject to attorney-client privilege concerning the existing telecoms lease agreements pursuant CRS 246402G. So that will be number 1 for executive session. Alright, let's see. Anything else that needs added to the agenda? Alright, let's get our new trustees sworn in. Alright. So I'm trying to decide how to do this the most easily. I may start off and have you both state your name as part of this, and you can read the rest of it together, or we can do it independently. Does it matter? No? Okay. You'd stand, Jesse, and you're good there. Okay, so I'll start with you, Wayne. I, Wayne Ament,
I, Wayne Ament,
and I, Jesse Sutherland,
Jesse Sutherland,
and if you'll follow the rest of this together. Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the ordinances of the Town of Nucla, Colorado.
and the ordinances of the Town of Nucla,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely,
I take this obligation freely,
I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion.
without any mental purpose and
Mental reservations or purpose of evasion.
purpose of evasion.
me too.
Bless your heart. That I will well and faithfully perform
Will well and faithfully perform
I will well and faithfully perform
the duties of the office of trustee
the duty of the office
the duties of the office of trustees.
upon which I'm about to enter.
on which I'm about to enter.
Welcome to the board.
Thanks.
We'll have a copy of your oath to give to you, probably not tonight, usually later she gives you that, so. Okay, we're gonna start off with a request to abandon some taps. 627A Juniper, 625A Juniper, and 625B Juniper. And I think that those could all be in one motion, unless someone wants to hold anything out. And we do have the requests here if anybody needs to look at them.
I'll make a motion to approve the request to abandon taps at 627A, 625A, and 625B Juniper Street.
I second.
We have a motion to approve to abandon taps at 627A Juniper, 625A Juniper, and 625B Juniper. Wayne?
Yes.
Jesse? Tim?
Yes.
I vote yes. Kenny?
Yes.
Joseph?
Yes.
Aline?
Yes.
Motion carried. Okay. The Newfoundland Alberta Area Chamber of Commerce funding request for the Visitor Center. I think Miranda's here to speak to that.
I'm here on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Chamber of Commerce. As you know, we submitted a funding request and you all got an email or some documents related to that, and I'm just here to answer any questions if you have them.
I don't have any questions. It's an annual request. What is our normal information?
Okay.
that in here.
Yeah, 5.
I believe that's the same for this year.
You need a motion?
Or further questions, if you have them for her, go check her. If there's not any other questions, then yes, I would entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve $5,000 for the NNACC 2026 funding.
I'll second.
A motion and a second to approve $5,000 for the NNACC 2026 funding request. Elaine?
Yes.
Joseph?
Yes.
Penny?
Yes.
I'm recusing myself because of my employment with the chamber. Tim?
Yes.
Jesse? Wayne?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you, Miranda.
Thank you. Chamber appreciates your support.
All right, Chaffa Community Center letter.
I just wanted to put an update in that it's almost, we're just waiting on one final, response from Region 10, because they're sending over the contract for their award of the 10 grand. So it's almost complete, and we'll hopefully have it out by the end of the year, but just,
Okay.
so it didn't fall off the radar.
Perfect. We vision draft, the review and comment, and I think everyone probably, I'm not sure if Jesse and Wayne got that email from Mackenzie after our last meeting, but we can find that and get that forwarded to you. They're having several meetings this week, and the final, plan, and the party is gonna be in Redville on Thursday at 6 p.m. And everyone's invited to go, so. But we'll definitely get you guys a copy of what they sent over to us to look at.
I think it is in the drive, but I'll get it forwarded to you, so it's just right there for you.
Specific, yeah, perfect.
It's a lot.
Okay, so, on the agenda, I'm not sure if it's corrected on yours, but this is we need to adopt the 2026 budget.
Mhm.
Do you need a separate motion to adopt the budget besides the resolutions and the ordinances?
I need a separate
'Cause I
for
see-
the amendment for the 2025 budget.
Yeah.
Just the resolution for that grant, and then you can motion for all the others. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So do we wanna do that when we get to ordinances and resolutions?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just making sure.
Perfect.
Alright. Next is, find that in here real quick. AT&T modifications. Antenna modifications. There is a permit request. That was in the drive.
And then in summary, it's, they're just adding 3 antennas associated with equipment. It will not be a substantial change, and there will be no increase of the height of the tower or the size of the leased equipment area.
Mhm.
No excavation, no structures. It's plug and play. It's just mostly an update.
Switching out here.
So if there's no questions on that, I would entertain a motion to approve that building permit.
There's no 5G? No 5G going in on this?
I didn't see that on any
I
of the
didn't either,
permits.
but I wanna make sure I don't miss anything.
I mean, I read through it twice and I did not see it. Did anyone else?
I'm looking at the drawings, I didn't see it, but I wanna make sure.
Where's that at? I don't know. I don't know where it
Okay.
is.
It's on the record.
That's a lot of numbers to read.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it.
No
I know you
questions?
can.
All right, I make a motion to approve the AT&T COL 04443A antenna modification. I'll second.
A motion and a second to approve the AT&T antenna modification. Wayne?
Yes.
Jesse?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
I vote yes. Penny?
Yes.
Joseph?
Yes.
Aline?
Yes.
Motion carried. Second item is a building permit from Vertical Bridge. Amy, is this the portion you wanted to speak to?
Yep.
Do you want to address the board?
Yep.
I feel it's important that the public know how the school district feels about the proposed cell tower. And I was curious if the town has addressed any of their concerns or have made contact about it, but I wanted to read their letter. Regarding opposition to proposed 5G cell tower near Nuclear School campus. On behalf of the Weston School District, we respectfully submit this letter to formally express our opposition to the proposed installation of a 5G cell tower located above the Nuclear School campus. While we recognize the importance of reliable telecommunications infrastructure for our community, the proposed location directly above the school presents serious concerns for our district, our students, and our families. In recent weeks, numerous parents and community members have reached out to the district to express apprehension about potential health effects, safety risks, and the proximity of the tower to our students. Most critically, several parents have communicated their intent to withdraw their children from Weston schools if the tower is installed at the current proposed site. Such withdrawals would directly impact student enrollment, which determines our state funding levels. A reduction in enrollment, even by a small number of students, would have significant fiscal consequences for our rural district and compromise our ability to sustain vital educational programs and services. Our mission is to ensure a safe, supportive learning environment for every student. We strongly believe that proceeding with this project at the proposed location undermines community trust and threatens the stability of our district's enrollment and finances. We respectfully urge the town board to reconsider approval of this site and explore alternative locations that would serve community connectivity needs while protecting the well-being of our students and maintaining confidence among families. Thank you for your consideration and for your ongoing partnership in supporting the Nuclear community and our schools. And that's from Clint Waitoka, and that was dated October 28th, 2025. And so I was just curious if the town board has addressed those concerns or are contemplating any other actions.
I've personally met with Superintendent Waitoka twice, once in the spring right after school was out, and actually once the day that letter was submitted to the town board. I don't feel that I'm at liberty to divulge our personal conversation without his approval. I'd certainly be glad to ask him about that, and if he says yes, I will share our conversation at the next meeting. So I don't know if any of the other board members have had a discussion with any of the school board members or the superintendent. They would have to speak to that themselves.
I have not.
No, but the board has to a certain extent. Maybe through my contact with the county, the regional airport authority agreed to post the antennas on their existing antenna tower, but Vertical Bridge does not return any of their contacts, so that's where that sits.
So, I mean, the school district's gonna lose students and we're okay with that? I mean, one student gone is not okay. I guess I'm just still. And I've heard up to 14 to 21 kids. Like, one kid is not okay.
I had this conversation, but like I said, I'm not going to have that conversation here without his approval, so. But thank you. Any further discussion or comments regarding the building permit that's in place or the letter that Ms. Tucker read into the record?
For the fact that we don't really have any way to review the technical aspects of the building permit as far as structure and whatnot. Other than that, not so. I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm gonna be a no on approving it unless we have some way to review that, so.
Did we have an alternate location that cell tower could be put up in?
There was other locations explored.
And we chose this one because there's already one there?
I don't wanna go backwards on this too
Okay,
far.
I'm sorry.
No, it's alright, but, there was other, it had to do with where they wanted to put it as well as where we would allow it to be put too. So, some of the other locations that we recommended did not meet.
Their
There.
criteria.
Right. Exactly. Do you guys wanna table this, or do you wanna move forward?
I'd like to move forward.
Then I need a motion.
I motion to approve the building permit for Vertical Bridge.
I'll second.
And just for everyone's notification, the drawing set is approved by a licensed engineer in the state of Colorado, so.
So what's the fact?
So, and so was the other one too, so, both of them are.
I don't want anybody's comments on the board to cause any rumors out there that we're approving an undocumented set, that's all.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the vertical bridge building permit. Colleen?
Yes.
Joseph?
Yes.
Penny?
Yes.
I vote yes. Tim?
No.
Jesse?
No.
Wayne?
Yes.
Motion carried. Old business items, Hoof and Paw, the roof donation that they've in requesting some funding for.
They gotta send over.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we got some financials this afternoon, so I don't know if everybody's seen them or not. I also didn't see a budget, a project budget like we had asked for.
I did not see that.
They already had it.
For the
They already had the
For
public
Hoof and
comment
Paw,
I think they said there was some hold up on that.
before.
in that email.
Yep.
So I'd recommend that
Super
that's tabled until we have the rest of the information. Is everybody in agreement?
Yes.
And the fishing permit is on hold until spring. All right, then we have several resolutions and ordinances here. If you want any of them pulled out, they certainly can be. I think we should just do them individually because we need to read the title on them anyway, so. These mostly have to do with our budget, and this is a normal thing we do every year at budget time when it's adopted, so. But if you wanna pull any out for discussion, just let me
Does it
know.
have the same ordinances as this one? Theirs looks shorter.
It's the
Is
same,
it the same?
but there's some on the back too.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta go to the back.
We've got 5 of them.
I'll read it. 5 altogether.
Let's just do one at a time, okay?
Yeah, resolution 2025-007, a resolution of the Town of Nucla Board of Trustees making supplemental appropriations and authorizing expenditures in excess of amounts budgeted for the Town of Nucla in ordinance 2024-07, known as the first budget amendment. Ordinance 2025-008, an ordinance appropriating sums of money to the various funds and spending agencies in the amounts and for the purpose as set forth below for the Town of Nucla, Colorado for the year 2024. Resolution 2025-009, a resolution summarizing expenditures and revenues for each fund and adopting a budget for the Town of Nucla, Colorado for the calendar year beginning the first day of January 2026 and ending the last day of December 2026. Resolution 2025-010, a resolution levying property taxes for the year 2026 to help defray the cost of government for the Town of Nucla, Colorado for the 2026 budget year. Resolution 2025-011, a resolution of the Board of Trustees for the Town of Nucla, Colorado, directing the town clerk of the Town of Nucla to conduct the regular municipal election scheduled for April 7th, 2026 as a mail ballot election.
Do I have a second?
A second.
Any further discussion on any of those? Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve resolution 2025-007, ordinance 2025-008, resolution 2025-009, resolution 2025-010, and resolution 2025-011. Wayne?
Yes.
Jesse? Tim?
Yes.
I'll vote yes. Penny? Yes. Joseph?
Yes.
Elaine?
Yes.
Motion carried for all read.
Just so everybody knows too, the election will begin, January 7th. That's the week before our first board meeting in January, so there will be information coming out it's gonna be a big one, just so everybody knows. 4 seats are up, 2 years and 4 years.
Thank you. All right, didn't see an update from Weedsy. I think, I don't think that yet.
Nope.
And Mustang Water, we have, did we meet since our last meeting? That's confusing, because we didn't have a meeting
Yeah, I
last
think
month.
on the 16th or the 19th or.
17th.
Look back and see here. Looks like the 17th we met. That was way too long ago. Anything that sticks out to you, Tim, that we need to share?
Just budget stuff.
Kind of short and sweet. We had a budget conversation mostly at that meeting as well. So we'll be adopting the MWA budget.
A little bit on the contract.
Mm-hmm. We worked on the contract a little, not too much, missing some board members. So probably pick up on that this month. And just so everyone knows, MWA will meet on December 15th. And our meetings are at 6 o'clock at the treatment facility. Chamber update. Miranda, do you have anything you want to share? I don't want to put you on the spot, but that is on the agenda.
Chamber's finalizing our annual budget for next year, and we're getting ready to, I think we put it out there that there will be 3 positions up for election on our board. So you may have received an email, but I think that happens, February?
January.
Blink once for yes.
January.
Yeah, so that's coming up. And then, other than that, we're all just trying to get through the holidays, so.
There hasn't been any housing committee meetings for many moons. Elaine, do you have a report from Woods? I don't know if they're done, aren't they? I mean, for the season. Yeah. All right, so we'll move on to our staff and department reports. Public Works was in the drive. Does anyone have any questions regarding the Public Works reports? And also there was one from our library. Again, any questions there? Probably you guys noted that the book sale has been moved till January.
To be determined.
To be determined, the date?
Yeah.
Okay. Also an update on the enforcement officer that was hired has declined the position, so we're back to starting point on that.
Do we want to advertise?
Do you guys want to advertise, or do you want to,
We had one other, if I recall, we had one of those interviews.
did you want to have a second interview with any of the others that were
Well, it was-
candidates, or find out if they're still
the one
looking?
candidate took the other job.
Right.
So there was only one left then. Carl. Or was it Carl?
I think it'd be worth a second interview.
Yeah.
I would agree.
So could you find out if he's still looking for employment and see if we could have another interview with him, please?
Yeah.
Okay. And then our manager and clerk's report was emailed this afternoon. Did anyone have any questions for Jessica? And Jessica, did you have anything to add to your report?
We did talk with Ferguson about our Neptune upgrade, and they requested, we were anticipating the end of January, but they called and are hoping to probably start bringing it over next week. So we requested the V file, whatever that is, and then we'll get moving. And so probably the next billing, we will be rocking and rolling with the new dashboard.
So, how many meters have we got that we're concerned about?
We have a list of 10, and it's growing,
And we have how many on shelf, a couple?
and we have 4. So, that is a discussion that I brought up today with Ferguson and the Neptune guys, and they said that it is possible that some of them are just not talking to the new, when it's transferring over because it's outdated, but we're gonna look into it pretty closely. And they're gonna show us how to pull different reports to kind of see where maybe more errors are happening.
Anyway, we run the diagnostics on those before they're installed,
I can find out.
when it's on the shelf.
Would you like to be a part of a call to ask some questions?
Not really.
Okay. I was being very serious. I was just.
Any other questions for Jessica before we move forward? We have a note here that at our next meeting, Gabe from RPI will be here, that we're gonna be doing some review with him on the land use and development code. And this is also, I asked Jessica to go ahead and send him the draft of the We Vision project, cause there's some suggestions in there that's come up through that process, and we wanna try to take a look at this all at once. So, hopefully everybody can attend that. I think it's important. Do we have a time on that yet? Oh, 5 o'clock. Yep, I just now saw it when I asked. Okay. All right. Then we will be going into executive session for, I'm gonna read this again. Executive session regarding consideration of documents protected by mandatory non-disclosure provisions of the Colorado Open Records Act, specifically correspondence prepared by legal counsel subject to the attorney-client privilege concerning existing telecoms lease agreements pursuant to CRS 24642G. And we will discontinue our live stream at this time. Thank you all for coming. Charlotte, do you have just 1 second? You and Chris?
Okay.